Good morning and welcome back to South Jersey's Positive Morning Show. We are the Positive Perspective. I'm John Salvatore.
And I'm Meg Varel.
And every month here on the Positive Perspective, which of course is powered by Orbit Energy, your whole home solutions provider for life, we have someone join us from the Orbit team. And today, our special guest is Dean Kleinschroe, solar specialist at Orbit Energy. Good morning, Dean. How are you?
Good morning, John and Megan. I'm doing great. Thanks so much for having me on.
Yeah, thanks for joining us this morning. So we're going to dive right into it. We talk about Orbit every single day here on Pop FM, but for someone who might be tuning in for the first time, what is Orbit Energy?
Yeah, so Orbit Energy is, so we're a solar company based out of Mantua, New Jersey, but it really goes a lot deeper than that. So we're actually a whole home solution provider. What I mean by that is that we have a lot of different divisions. So we do water treatment services, HVAC work, plumbing, electrical, battery backup, generator backup, you name it. Basically anything your home may need, we can do for you. Could probably build you a house if we really wanted to. So that's what we're about.
Wow, that's great. Now, Dean, can you share a little bit with us about the Orbit Earth Challenge?
Yeah, absolutely. So this month we launched a new challenge, basically inviting everyone, both employees and other members of our family, to post to social media a way that you can help the environment. And then after posting how you're going to help the environment, tag 3 friends on your social media to join you. This way we can actually have, such a bigger impact for the environment.
Awesome. I think we'll dive in a little bit deeper maybe later if you have some ideas for people. What are some of the ways that Orbit can help homeowners be more environmentally friendly? I know, Dean, you're a solar specialist, so if you want to focus on the solar side of things, how can that help people be more environmentally friendly?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'll tell you about the solar division, then a couple other things that we do. So in terms of solar, what you're able to do with solar for your home is basically capture the most abundant natural resource that we have, which is the sun, right? It comes to work every day. So what you do is you put the panels on your roof, you basically capture those photons from the sun's rays, and you turn that into usable energy for your home. So at the same time, you're reducing your independence on these coal power plants. And also at the same time, you save money. So it's kind of a win-win, right? So that's how you can do it with solar. And like I said, we have a lot of other divisions at Orbit Energy, one of which is water treatment. And I actually have this for my house. I was a big water bottle guy. I'm not proud to say it. So I got a water treatment system for my home, and now I have some of the best drinking water available right out of the spigot of my kitchen sink. So and that's had such a big impact on me and my family.
That is cool to hear. We had last month someone from the Orbit Water team had joined the show, and as they were talking, they're talking about when you have when you take a shower and you might get itchy, and your water doesn't taste that good. Everything just started like deteriorating around me. I was getting itchy during the interview, so it's definitely truthful. So it's worth looking into. We're on the line right now with solar specialist at Orbit Energy, Dean Kleinschroe. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk a little bit more about Orbit Energy, some of the solar options there, how they're making a positive impact in the community, and much more. Stay tuned for that coming up on Pop FM 99.9, Power of Positivity. Good morning and welcome back to South Jersey's Positive Morning Show. And yes, we're powered by Orbit Energy, your whole home solutions provider for life. I'm John Salvatore.
And I'm Meg Varel. And rolling along with our interview with Dean, a solar specialist over at Orbit Energy. Dean, can you get a little bit into depth why we should choose Orbit Solar and how we could contact you to get going with getting some solar panels on our homes?
More than happy to help with that. So why choose Orbit, right? At the end of the day, there's a lot of solar companies out there. The thing that makes us different is that, we've been in the industry for a super long time. So our team's been involved in the renewable field for 18 years. Our owner, Sean, who you guys know very well, he was involved in a ton of notable projects in the area. We actually did the system at Lincoln Financial Field. We did the Atlantic City Convention Center, New Jersey State Police headquarters up in Trenton, countless different municipalities and school districts, really you name it, and we've been there. Right. So we take care of the entire process, start to finish. And we're basically a whole home solution provider for life. So our objective is a little bit different than a lot of other companies. So we want to come in, we want to do a fantastic job for you. And then anything else you need in the future, we want to be the first call you make. And coming from a new homeowner myself, I just got my first house last year. I made the mistake of buying a 100-year-old house for my first house. There's a whole list of things that I have to do, but I can basically go through the list and say, oh, Orbit does this, they do this, they do this. Kind of as a homeowner, it gives me that peace of mind. It makes me feel like I've a partner in this thing, which is really, it's so invaluable. I'm on project number 4 with Orbit, by the way.
That is exciting. So, Dean, if someone's listening right now and they want to reach out to Orbit for maybe any of their home projects, but specifically solar, what are their steps? What's going to happen if they reach out?
Yeah, absolutely. So the first step you have to take, shoot us a call, go to our website. Our website's www.orbitenergy.us. Our phone number to our office is 1-800-836-3987. Give us a ring, say you're looking into solar. You can request me specifically if you'd like, but if not, we'll still send someone great out to your house. And we'll come out and we'll basically do a free consultation. It typically takes 40 minutes to an hour. We take a look at your utility bill, see exactly how much you're using. We may actually make a custom design for your home. Exactly what's going to, we offset as much electricity as possible and show you that exact design. And then we show you what it looks like financially. So there's a bunch of different state and federal incentives to really cut down the cost of solar energy. And, we come out, take a look at what it looks like for you and see if it's a good fit.
Wow, that's impressive and inspirational. Dean, can you give us some information on how Orbit is involved in the community? I see that one of your core values is community service. So give our listeners a little bit of idea of where we could see your brand throughout the events.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's one of the biggest reasons why I love working for Orbit too. So just to name some of the causes that we support. So number one, every year we work with the Heart of Camden to provide food for 500 families around Thanksgiving time. It's something that I got involved in for the first time last year, and it was really inspirational for me. It helped me feel like I was really part of a special family working here at Orbit. Like we mentioned before, we launched that Earth Day challenge. So we're challenging people to, post their environmental impact, and then, we can only do so much as one individual, right? So what it's really all about is showing how you can make an impact and then spreading that to your friends and family and challenging them to do it. You don't want to be the guy that gets tagged in this challenge and then doesn't do anything for it, right? So that's another thing that we're working on right now. In terms of other causes we support, 2% of our net proceeds gets donated to St. Jude's Hospital on behalf of our customers. And for every tree we have to remove, say, to get a solar system producing efficiently, we actually plant 3 saplings with the National Forest Foundation. So it's all about compounding and creating the biggest environmental impact possible.
That is so cool to hear. That Orbit's doing so many amazing things in the community and in New Jersey and in our world, for our world. So, Dean, before we ask you this final question here, I'm going to quiz you for our listeners and our viewers who may be watching. Do you know the core values of Orbit Energy and Power?
So our core values, integrity. Integrity. Community service, and there's one more. I'm literally looking at
that's why I asked the question, because it's right behind you. Right on the
for
wall.
Everyone that's listening, integrity, accountability, commitment, passion, and community service.
Dean, that is great. And listen, before we let our guests go, we always like to give them an opportunity to share some positive or encouraging words for our listeners. What do you have for us today, Dean?
I think something that we've all learned in this past year and a half through these troubling times is I think a lot of people took an inward look and we had a lot of time to, in my opinion, I think, take a look at our perspective on life. And, something that I've taken away from all this is you really get out what you put into life. Right. So I wake up every day and what I want to do is I want to spread positivity and I want to have a good impact on the people and the world around me. And I think that when you go about life with that mindset, I think it's going to return it right back to you. So even when things gets tough, and that's what really tests your character, even when things get tough, just to continue to just push positivity into the world and, try to help people as much as possible and try to maintain positivity. It's not easy, but if you do that, then the world, kicks it right back to you. So, that's my advice to everyone out there listening.
Very well said. Well, Dean, we're having a blast here. You're a lot of fun. If anyone out there is listening and you want to go solar, you want to learn more about Orbit, give them a call, ask for Dean, go to their website, and just reach out to Orbit and see how you can make a positive difference in your home and in the environment around you. Dean, thanks for joining us this morning, and hopefully we'll talk to you again soon.
Absolutely. Thank you guys so much for having me.
All right. We're going to take a break. This is South Jersey's Positive Morning Show, powered by Orbit Energy, your whole home solutions provider for life. You hear it every single day here, and now it makes sense as to why we say it every single day. We're going to take a break. We'll be back with more on Pop FM 99.9, Power of Positivity.